Hello, everybody. Accureye here, and welcome back to Four Kings and Casino Slots and Casino. I decided to pick this game back up. I thought I wanted to continue talking about Four Kings and stuff, and I thought I wanted to continue teaching you all how to play these games. So obviously we're continuing our gameplay with a short video of how to play Texas Hold'em or poker. Now I believe this version is Texas Hold'em, which means that, of course, as you guys have already probably noticed, you start with 2 cards and then you have to build up from there. So you'll see how in this video there are a couple of hands that I win off of. One of the main common mistakes that I see players who are playing this do is many of them bluff their way. I mean, let's face it. Well, bluffing your way, making sure more people quit the game or stop playing the game. Usually bluffing your way out of the game is not gonna be successful for you in any way. You want to play smart. In many ways, you'll see here how I'm going to play a few hands in this short video very smart. And I mean, let's face it, that's what you want to do, is play smart. Don't try to bluff your way in the game, because let's face it, unless you're like me and like for instance, like right here, we have the last hand, we raise, just to, because, pretty much we're confident in the fact that we can win the hand. And for those of you who've never played poker at all, especially like Texas Hold'em poker, the idea is to build, you get 2 hands, and then you have to build the best hand out of your, out of what you have. For instance, you can have, pairs, 2 pairs, 3 of a kind, royal flush, which is extremely rare. You'll almost never see the royal flush happen very often. You can have a straight, a flush, and yeah, those are all the things that you'll find. And here is just basically an example of how I play. So what does that mean? Well, a pair is pretty easy. Any pair. Basically, in poker, a pair is a pair. So what is a 3 of a kind? 3 of a kind is basically any 3 of the same kind. What is a 2 pair? Two pairs of different numbers. So what does that mean? Well, for instance, you can get 2 pairs like having two twos and, for instance, 2 queens. That's a 2 pair. Then there's also a full house. What is a full house? A full house is basically 2, a pair, and a 3 of a kind. So, for instance, you could have 3 kings and 2 tens, for instance. That's a full house. But what is a straight? You may be asking me, Accureye, what is a straight? A straight is any row of numbers. For instance, it can be, for instance, it can be 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that is a straight. It can be 9, 10, jack, queen, king. It can be anything that pretty much straightens a number. What is a royal flush? Now, the royal flush is very, very hard to get. You almost will never see it. But the royal flush is basically a king, a jack, king, or a jack, a queen, a king, and an ace, and a 10. And they are all the same suit, and they're all the same. They're all those numbers. I believe it's like I said, 10 Jack, King, Queen, Ace. So, well, as is, the Royal Flush is the hardest thing you'll ever see. You won't see it very often. In fact, it's a 9 out of 10 chance you'll ever see it. It's about a 1 in 10 chance you'll ever see it, to be honest. Because it's so rare to get. Almost nobody can get a Royal Flush, off the bat. And you'd have to be playing loads and loads of games just to see that Royal Flush ever happen. But what is a flush? A flush is basically a suit of 8 cards that are the same suit. For instance, it could be 5 aces, 5 hearts, 5 spades, 5 clubs. Anything that's the same suit is a flush. You can also do a straight flush, which is basically a pair of numbers, the same, and they're the same suit. So they're basically a line of numbers and the same suit. But but there are some head tips going forward. 1, don't go all in every game you play. Going all in is extremely dumb. I mean, you see it here in this part of the example. You'll see people going all in. Don't go all in, everyone. Most of the time, you're going to get outplayed, especially if someone has a better card than you, going all in. So, I mean, seriously, don't high risk it. While it may allow you to eliminate people very quickly and very fast, going all in is not the way you want to play, everybody. I mean, let's face it. You'll see here how this person 2 people got eliminated because of going all in. I mean, it's extremely dumb. Poker is a long-term game. You can't beat poker in just a matter of 10, 15 minutes. I mean, let's face it. If you're going to play poker, everybody, you're going to be in it for the long run. Everyone is in it for the long run. Poker games go for hours. And I'm not sure how many of you watch poker games, but if you ever have played poker, you're going to be in it for a long, long, long time. But anyway, I mean, these are just some examples of me playing poker here on 4 Kings Casino and Slots and Casino. Hopefully this has helped you understand poker a little bit better, helped you make you a better game player, and hopefully make you better at beating your opponents. I mean, let's face it, it's all about outplaying your opponents in many ways. But with that being said, thank you everyone for joining me on this video. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting this video. If you like this video, you know what to do. Hit that like button, get subscribed, hit that bell notification because I know you want to know when my next video goes live next. I don't usually stream this game, just for everyone who wants to know, mostly because it's not in the dictionary of Twitch, but I do go live on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/Accureye. You can join me for any competitive game, Fallout 76, or a variety of games on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays because Mondays and Tuesdays, I'm recording and editing videos for you on YouTube. But thank you everyone for joining me on this video. And until the next one, this is Accureye signing out and saying farewell, everyone.